Welcome to WordCamp Port Macquarie. Remember to capital letters, hashtag WCPMQ, and enjoy your day. We're going to be, our first speaker today is Sally Eberhardt, and she's going to be giving us the keynote talk for this weekend. Please put your hands together for Sally.
Thank you for that. Okay, we'll just get organised on the tech. It should be great. I'm so techie, I had to ask how to use a clicker, so you see where I'm coming from. Okay, so this is, I've been to about 5 or 6 WordCamps and spoken at just one before. This is definitely my first as a keynote. But yay! Oh, there we go. There I am, hugging the Wapu. Lovely. So, yeah, today we're talking about how to make the most of your WordCamp experience. Okay. This is just a little, it works, yay! This is just a little bit about me. So I am an author. I have a book, Pain-Free Networking for Introverts. A writer. I write for a couple of the local guides up around Brisbane. Yeah, but it's still a little bit of a wannabe speaker, still a bit nervous. Photographer, I love my photography. I find it really great to start working with pictures instead of words. It's a great relief. Passionate connector. I really truly believe in the power of networking, but really it's a power of connection and getting to know people and seeing how you can help people. Proud introvert. We probably have quite a few introverts in the room who know who they are, but just for those who might not be sure, I look at the introvert-extrovert thing as introverts being people who recharge, who get their energy from their alone time, from time in nature, and can actually become quite depleted in energy by lots of social interaction, whereas an extrovert is stimulated by conversations and crowds and noise and being, you know, in a situation like this. I am definitely a WordPress newbie. I love WordPress, but I'm not that great at it. I don't do that much, but I have a website that desperately needs to be updated and things like that. I was introduced to WordCamps, I'd say about 3 years ago, and I just found the community of WordCamp so wonderful that, yeah, definitely love going to any WordCamp that I can get to. Unfortunately, Ricky takes me to a few, so it really helps. Yes, I love my family, love nature, love the wide open spaces, the beaches, the deserts, the mountains, things like that. And making the world a better place is definitely on my list of things to do. Okay, so yeah, the WordPress community is awesome. It is the most supportive, friendly and welcoming community I've ever come across. I network a lot. I go to a lot of events. I meet a lot of different people and different groups and things like that. I can honestly say that the WordPress community is the friendliest, the most accepting, the most helpful, the one that truly is there to help you without its own, you know, people help without their own agenda. They just do it because they're good people helping you out. So everyone, feel free to ask questions. The people are here to help you. Give feedback so that next year, when these guys do this, they can do this even better. That's going pretty awesome so far. And just like I said, that you are the reason for WordCamp, each and every one of you. Each and every one of you is part of this awesome community. You're the reason that we are here. And we're here to make sure that you have a great time and that you learn a lot and meet some wonderful people and connect with them. Okay, having said that, the learning can be seen later. It is all on video. It goes to WordCamp TV. So if there are 2 speakers on at one time, you want to see them both, you obviously can't. Don't worry, you can catch them later. And the same goes for the opportunity to connect. You might find yourself at lunchtime or the break or something having a really, really wonderful conversation with someone, and you don't want to finish, neither of you wants to finish that conversation. Don't feel too bad that you're going to miss a speaker. You will catch them later on WordCamp TV. So that's why I said, you know, the learning, yes, you can catch that later, but the opportunity to connect, that's here and now. Okay, speaking about connection, I used to say it's not what you know, it's who you know. It's kind of evolved even further into it's not just who you know, but it's who knows you. So I really encourage you to give each other a chance to get to know each other at this event. Okay, networking, to me, it's all about giving. The days of networking being prospecting, they're dead and gone, they're over. We're here to help each other, and by helping each other is how we do business together. When I say it's about giving, so have a little think, what do you have to give today? It could be a smile, it could be a friendly welcome, it could be just chatting to someone that you haven't met before, it could be a little bit of help with something. I've already got some help with this, which was much appreciated. Yes, some advice. So just have a think and think about what you have to give today. And when I say happiness lies in connection with others, look, even for an introvert doesn't mean that we don't like people. We actually really like people. We actually like having deep, meaningful conversations with people rather than, hey, how's the weather today kind of thing. So there's a lot of joy and connection, and I think a lot of the things that are wrong with our society come from disconnection, from not feeling that you belong somewhere. So I really encourage people to be part of this community and feel part of this community, because you are welcome. You are part of it. Had to mention the good old know, like and trust. I know that's been around for a while, but it still stands true. The interesting part is that trust for big corporations is gone. It's going fast. But trust in each other as individuals seems to be happening more and more quickly than ever. We can develop trust really quickly as people, and without knowing each other all that well, just by being good folks, by helping each other out. So I encourage you to do that. Just look after each other. Okay, so you, as I say, you're going to meet some awesome people. You are awesome people. You're going to meet more awesome people. So what to do after you meet somebody? I would suggest follow up pretty much straight away with social media. I tend to say, are you a LinkedIn person or a Facebook person? How would you like to connect? And just look for each other and connect right there and then. If you have time, send a quick little message to say, hey, it was so great to meet you at WordCamp Port Macquarie. Wasn't it fantastic? I wish you well with the holiday that you have coming up. Let me know how it went, or with the project that you're working on. Just some little thing that reminds you of what you guys were talking about, so that in a couple of months' time, when their name pops up again, you go, oh yeah, so-and-so, and you've got a little message there that reminds you about just what it was that you're talking about, and you can ask sort of, oh, you've had that holiday? How was Fiji? Things like that. Okay, I find gratitude is really one of the most wonderful ways to connect with people. So say thank you to people. This event could not be put on without the sponsors, certainly without Roby and the organising team, so please do thank them. The speakers, the volunteers, the people who attend, it just wouldn't happen without any one person that's here. So feel free to say thank you. The how to say thank you is, yeah, sure, you can do it in person. If someone does something really fantastic for you, say thank you on LinkedIn or on Facebook or something where it really shows up in public, because that's awesome gratitude. I'll do that. I also have a friend who sends the send-out cards, so it's actually really nice occasionally you get a physical piece of mail that's not a bill. It's so lovely. I know I was so impressed the first time that I received this nice card from my friend that sort of said, hey, it was so great to meet you, and it had a picture of us both on the cover and that sort of thing. I was so thrilled and touched that I did a Facebook Live to thank her. And I don't usually do those. If you ever look at my feed, you won't see many Facebook Lives on there. But I was so thrilled, and it was a little bit of serendipity. She was actually in Salt Lake City in Utah at the whole big Send Out World Conference thing, talking to her upline at the time, and then my Facebook Live comes on on her phone. It was just like the most perfect timing ever. So I didn't even know she was over there. It was just one of those things that happens when you connect up with people. So build the relationship. Don't have to tell you guys this, but it's always good to have a reminder. Be authentic, be yourself. Sometimes, especially for introverts, we can feel like we have to put on a mask to network and things like that. But I really encourage you, be brave, be yourself. We want to know the real you. We want to know the real quirky you, the interesting you, not the person that you think you should be to network. Be vulnerable, that's part of that being brave. Be vulnerable, be yourself. We connect on vulnerability, we connect on emotions. Tell those funny stories of when you've stuffed up and things like that. I've worn a dress back to front to a networking event. Yeah, it was just one of those funny things that happened. Had a V at both the back and the front, put it on. I thought, geez, this feels a little bit funny. And it was sort of had a look and went, there's the label. But it worked out really well because I could actually go to groups of people, and it was a women's event, so I could actually go to groups of people and I'd kind of go up and say, you wouldn't believe what I've done today. I've got my dress on back to front. And of course, peals of laughter, ice is broken, and we're all having a good chat. So be respectful, obviously. Share your connections. Hook people up with each other. If you meet someone and you think, oh, you really should talk to so-and-so, introduce them to each other, whether they be here or via your social media, that sort of thing. Some really amazing things can happen when you put people in touch with each other. I know I go to writers' groups. I met a lady who'd written a screenplay. She did not have any connections in the movie industry or any way of actually getting that screenplay out there, though. And I had very tentative connections in the movie industry. And I sort of said, okay. She came up and thanked me after I'd spoken at a writers' group, and we got talking, so she told me about it, and I said, oh, okay, radio, what's it about, la la. And a few days, I didn't really do anything about it. A few days later, I actually saw a Facebook message from a producer that I know saying he's looking for a romantic comedy with a strong female lead, and I kind of, oh, that sounds like the screenplay that Susan's written. So I sort of sent him a message and just said, would you have a look at it? And he said, yeah, sure, send it through. And so that was her chance to sort of get her screenplay in front of a producer. And I'm not sure, I don't think too much is happening out of it, but at least she's got a foot in the door. He has said that he liked it, so we'll wait and see what happens. And the lovely part about that is both of them kept me informed. And that's a really nice thing to do, is if someone connects you with someone who can help you or you're going to do business with or work with, keep them informed and say, hey, that was a great connection, thank you so much. Or say, tell them, look, thanks for the connection. Didn't quite work out because, but thanks anyway. And that's it's good to have that feedback. Have no expectations. Give without hooks. Give before you ask for anything at all. It's just good networking practice these days. Don't keep score. Okay, a little self-care at WordCamp, especially for the introverts, who are the ones who need this. As I say, socialising can be overwhelming. It can tax our social energy. So do take mini breaks if you need to recharge a little bit. We do have the lunch breaks and the morning tea breaks. Just take yourself off somewhere a little bit quiet. Have a wander through. You know, it's a beautiful campus. Have a wander through. Go find the koalas that are all dressed up, that kind of thing. But just give yourself a little break from it all if you need to. And yeah, it's very much a quality over quantity kind of thing. Don't try and work the room. As I said, those kind of days are over. It's much more important to make one or two really great connections that you keep in touch with than to try and meet absolutely everyone. I find just let things happen organically. Having said that, if there is someone that you particularly want to meet, you've had a look and you know who's coming, make the effort, go say hi to them. It's actually really flattering to have someone come up and say, oh, hi, so you're so-and-so, really want to meet you, love your work, blah, blah, blah. It's really nice. So don't feel shy about doing it, because the other person will really appreciate you making the effort. Okay. Yeah, connection brings you a world of opportunity. I know my life it's so much richer for the networking that I do, for the connections that I make, people that I meet, and try and help out in some way. And they have opened doors for me as well. I've had incredible things happen. I met Ricky through running my own meetup, and and I've also met some people that I now work with. And sometimes it's, I was talking about the quality over quantity. Sometimes it's just that one connection that can make a real difference in your life. I know recently someone contacted me on LinkedIn, and she'd sort of must have put the introvert in as her search, the introvert part, because she works with introverts in business more generally. And so we got talking, and she bought my book, and then I sent her a free book as a thank you for buying my book, which is, what I do. And, we really connected, got talking, and we started to sort of send each other articles to promote through LinkedIn and that sort of thing. Very supportive of each other. I introduced her to, she wanted to do some networking. She's in Adelaide. I introduced her to some people who are starting networking groups in Adelaide. She's now the leader of the group for that women's network in Adelaide, which is really great. And she and I might even write a book together very shortly about business for introverts. So, and that's from that one connection that so much happened. That's why I say quality over quantity. Like I said, networking has brought so much to my life. I don't want anyone to miss out, so I wrote a book. And, please do connect with me. I would love to know more about you and what you do. So have fun and don't eat the wapoos. It's going to be a great event. And if we have time, I'm going to run you through something to help you all connect. And that would be, I know it doesn't usually happen, but pull out your mobile phones. Now, who is on, who has the LinkedIn app on their phone? Excellent. Okay, got the LinkedIn app? Sorry. Have you done that already? Can you pass me mine, please, so I can know what to tell people? Okay, now on most phones there should be, down at the little people at the bottom. Let me have a look. Okay. If you press see the people? Yep. And, okay, I'm going to press the people. And then up the top in the middle, mine has a button that says Find Nearby. Different versions have different things. Yeah, different updates have different... there you... What's that one? Yeah. Find Nearby.
Let's have a hunt around. The first person to find it gets the prize.
Serious, first person. That one. Oh, yes. That'd be helpful. Okay. Okay. Yay. Look at James O'Connell. It's come up first of mine. Woohoo. Okay. So, James, we're already... there's Robert. We're already connected. You can see if you're already connected, if it has a little message thing beside it. If you're already connected, and it has the little people beside it if you're not connected yet. So, James, we're not connected yet. I'm going to send you an invite. Prima. Ben, we're connected. Okay. it's a really cool tool if you run meetups and things like that especially, or any sort of networking event, because quite often we've already met people on LinkedIn before we meet them in real life, and this is a really great way to see if they're in the room. On the people button?
Circle on the bottom right hand.
Cool, okay. Simon's got it.
Yeah, so people button.
Hit the people button, and then...
Right hand bottom corner, blue button with the plus.
Yep, and then the right hand bottom corner, blue button, little people with the plus in it.
And then you've got the find nearby.
And then hit find nearby. The find nearby will then come up. Ooh, Jenna, thank you. Yep. Awesome. Oh, let's set those.
Can we ask a question?
Yes.
What's the network?
EDU Rome.
Yay. Okay, how we go with that? Did you find it useful? See. Oh wow.
Yeah, if you're typing in this Wi-Fi password here, that is capital letters. So CSU, capital letters, exclamation mark, 2.
Oh, Simon, gotcha. Yay. Okay, we got the general idea with that one. It's a really useful tool, especially for those running events and things. They can get everyone to connect up that way. Lovely. Now, do we have any questions? Oh, come on, it's got to be a question. Yes. Thank you, Ricky.
What's a good tip for introverts who, like, when you go into a networking event, what's a good tip to help them break the ice and networking?
Oh, it's a great question. Ricky was just asking, what's a good tip if you're an introvert when you're going into a networking event to break the ice? I think one of my favourite would be to actually go and offer to help, especially on the registration desk. I know they have volunteers already organised here, but quite often when you go to a meet-up or something like that, the organisers running around trying to do everything and are very grateful to have someone look after the welcoming people and that kind of thing. And it's a great way to break the ice because people are coming to you for a start, and you're exchanging names in a very casual kind of friendly way, and then when you talk to these people later, it's not the first time that you've met. So as a very nervous beginner networker, that was one of the things that I found really helped me to get to know people and take the nerves out of it. But yeah, I think that's one of the best things that you can do. The other thing is just I know it sounds funny, but just try and have fun and relax and not worry about it too much. Perhaps just set yourself an intention and think, okay, I'm going to a networking event, what do I want out of it? If I meet one or two people that I connect with and we exchange details, that's a success. So don't put too much pressure on yourself is a really great way. Just set an intention for yourself. Okay. And I forgot to add in the follow-up, just keep in touch with people. It's fine. It's great to meet some really wonderful people and have something in common at an event like this, but if that's where it ends, then probably not a lot's going to come of it. So do keep a little bit of an eye out. If you see an article or something like that, you think, oh wow, so-and-so would really enjoy that, then forward it on to them and say, hey, saw this, thought of you. It's all it takes. Takes seconds to do, but it's much appreciated by people and just helps to keep building the relationship that you've started here. Okay. Any more questions? Yes, Tony. Thank you, Tony. She's so sweet. Yes, I did bring my books. They're with me. They're only $20. The first bit's about mindset. It is pain-free networking for introverts. The first bit is mindset, and the rest of it is really just good networking practices for anyone, whether they be introvert or extrovert. It's sort of the A to Z of networking, with special consideration made for introverts because I know how it feels. I know how daunting it can be. Okay. Any more? Done? Thank you so much. Thank you.